Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Natasha Kirchuk here with ILTV's Morning Briefing. Early Monday morning was full of fear for residents of Israel's southern communities near the Gaza Strip, after sirens warning of an impending rocket attack blared across the region. The code red alarm sounded after a projectile launched from Gaza fell short and landed inside of the Strip. Even though no damage has been caused to either side of the border, the Israeli Air Force has responded by striking terror infrastructure belonging to Hamas. The IDF holds Hamas responsible for every terror incident emanating from the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, a Hamas tunnel operative has died after a tunnel collapsed beneath the coastal enclave. The 22-year-old was killed while constructing the tunnel with Hamas's armed military wing. Hamas has a network of underground tunnels in the territory for smuggling and attack purposes against Israel. UNESCO is set to vote on a second resolution this week that ignores both Jewish and Christian ties to the Temple Mount. And now a group of American lawmakers are fighting against it. The resolution is similar to the one ratified last week by the body's executive board, which excluded references to Jewish and Christian ties to Jerusalem's most holy sites. On Wednesday, the UNESCO Heritage Committee will vote on the resolution called the Old City of Jerusalem and its Walls, and it's expected to pass with a majority. Now, a bipartisan letter initiated by U.S. Senator Ted Cruz has been sent to UNESCO, in opposition to the divisive document calling the proposed resolution yet another attempt to rewrite history by denying Christian and Jewish rights to Jerusalem. The resolution refers to the Temple Mount compound exclusively by its Muslim name, Al-Aqsa Mosque, and solely defines it as a Muslim holy site of worship, even though the Mount is also the holiest place in Judaism. The Palestinian Authority has announced a year-long campaign to commemorate 100 years since the so-called crime of the Balfour Declaration. A series of events to take place worldwide will be launched on November 2nd and end on November 2nd, 2017. That date will be the 100th anniversary since British Foreign Secretary Arthur James Balfour announced his government's intention to establish a national home for the Jewish people in the land of Israel. Taysir Khalid, a member of the executive committee of the PLO, says that the Balfour Declaration was a colonialist project and that the year-long campaign was intended to remind the world, and particularly Britain, that they should face their historic responsibility and atone for the major crime Britain had committed against the Palestinian people. In July, the Palestinians asked the Arab League for support in filing a lawsuit against the British government for publishing the Balfour Declaration. A major new study at Brandeis University into anti-Semitism and anti-Israel sentiment is providing a bleak look into anti-Semitism on 50 college campuses, and has found that most Jewish students in the study perceive a hostile environment towards Israel. The City University of New York and Brooklyn, Northwestern University, and many of the schools in the University of California system are among the most hostile campuses for Jewish students, with high rates of anti-Semitic harassment and anti-Israel activity. Over one quarter also perceive a general environment of hostility toward Jews on their campus, and over 20% of students surveyed said they were blamed for Israel's actions because they're Jewish. Brandeis' survey of 50 U.S. campuses also found that hostility to and harassment of Jewish students at the University of Wisconsin, Rutgers, and Illinois University are relatively high, but do not seem to be highly connected to criticism of Israel. That's all for now. I'm Natasha Kirchuk, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.